final forms for titular Kamen Riders generally debut within the last core of their series. It's a soft rule that has been adhered to since the turn of the millennia, even applying to Kamen Rider Decade. Despite starring in a show that only ran for 31 episodes, as opposed to most Rider series that are planned to run weekly for a whole year, Decade's complete form still debuts in episode 21, within the last core of its run. One outlier to this is Kamen Rider Kiva, whose Emperor form debuts at merely episode 24, just halfway into its series run of 48 episodes. It's a whole quarter earlier than what this structure normally suggests. Moreover, Emperor form gets used a surprising amount for the remaining half of the show, almost being treated as the new standard base. Kiva's suit actor, Seiji Takaiwa, has noted in regards to Kiva's base form that
ああ見えてキバの甲冑が非常に重くできてます。
This, in conjunction with the fact that Kiva wasn't particularly heavy for its time, has led to some speculation that the main suit was phased out earlier in favor of the final form because its weight distribution was so poor that it was debilitating for Takaiwa to work in. On the surface, that's not hard to believe, is it? Kiva has a peculiar posture and physicality about him, and there could easily be balance issues incurred by the right boot of the costume. The notion is even seemingly humorously corroborated by Takaiwa just absolutely kicking the snot out of his co-star in the monster costume during Emperor Form's debut battle, as if making up for the half series he spent dealing with Kiva's supposed horrid weight distribution. However, I kind of doubt the rumor is actually true, and that's because of the toys. A substantial portion of the franchise's revenue is generated by the sale of associated merchandise. Kamen Rider, as it has existed for the last 2 decades and a half, is functionally a toy commercial, plotted such that the associated power-ups and the like will be introduced in show within the same week that their associated merchandise hits store shelves in Japan. This schedule has basically never changed for anything. Presumably, the logistics of designing, engineering, manufacturing, and making sure that the product hits retail at projected release windows needs to be set in stone months in advance. We got a really interesting look at this during 2020, when the then airing Kamen Rider 01 had to stop production mid-series due to lockdown, causing the main rider's final form debut in the show to be pushed back several weeks. But amidst that, the toys for that form still hit retail as intended. So, what does that mean for Kiva? Well, episode 24 of Kamen Rider Kiva, in which Emperor form debuts, originally aired July 13th, 2008. And the form's associated upgrade toy, Bandai's Deluxe Tatsalot Brace, hit retail August 1st. At least according to Hobby Link Japan's listing of the product. It seems then, if Emperor Form's debut was moved up, then it was at best only moved up 2 weeks, and not the whole core of television that seems to have sprung from the speculation that the base suit was too debilitating to work in. And at that point, the change is so minimal relative to what the rumor entails that it's probably easier to chalk it up to just being a creative writing choice rather than a running production change. For the record, episode 26, which aired the week the Tatsalot Brace came out, is freaking insane. It's the episode where Maya takes advantage of the amnesiac Otoya by pretending to be Yuri, Otoya's kind of sort of maybe lover at the time? Look, I don't know about you, but I would never risk ruining the spiciest melodrama ever seen on superhero television with a triumphant final form debut and all the narrative beats that such entails.